champs, welcome for the session. So happy to see you all again. So as a continuation of the electricity lesson, today we will see the different combination of the resistors. So we know that the current flowing through the conductor is depending on the potential difference and the resistor in the electrical circuit. So the resistors are connected in different combination for the betterment of the circuit. So what is the work of a resistor? The resistor will control the flow of current and send only the required current for the source. So we are going to see if two or more resistors is connected in a circuit, what will happen to the value of the current and what will be the equivalent resistance in detail. So in the previous video I was asking you all a question, why ammeter is connected in series and voltmeter is connected in parallel. So Devanathan and Bharati have given the correct answer, but still I want some more explanation. So here let us see what is the exact answer for that. So now let us understand what is the purpose of the ammeter and voltmeter. What is the purpose of the ammeter here? It should measure the current that is flowing in the circuit. So current should flow in the ammeter to give the proper result. So only if it is in very low resistance, it can ensure the current measurement of the current in the circuit. So think that if it is connected in the parallel across any load, then all the current in the circuit will choose lower resistor part to cause its circuit to be damaged. So hence it is used in the series combination. Now voltmeter. So voltmeter have very high resistance to ensure that it is its connection does not alter the flow of current in the circuit. So now if it is connected in series, then no current will be there in the circuit because it is in high resistance. So hence it is connected in parallel to load across which the potential difference is to be measured. So see, now we have to find out what is potential difference from one point to the other point, how much charge is moving, that is what is needed. So we are just connecting the voltmeter in parallel between those 2 points alone. So let us move on to the topic series and parallel circuit. Generally in electrical circuits like radio, television or any other gadgets, it is usually necessary to combine two or more resistance to get the required current in the circuit. So we combine the resistance either in series or in the parallel. So first let us see about the series connection. So now series is when two or more resistance are connected end to end consecutively, they are said to be connected in the series. That is, one end R1 is connected to R2, R2's end is connected to R3 and R3 to the battery. So now R1, R2, R3 resistors are connected in series. A battery of volt V has been applied to the ends of the series combination. So now suppose the potential difference across the resistance R1 is V1, the potential difference across the resistance is V2 and to the R3 is V3. So now what happens is the total potential difference across the end of all the resistance in series is equal to the voltage of the battery. That is, the sum of V1, V2, V3 will be equal to the voltage V. And here in this case, when number of resistance are connected in series, the same current flows through the circuit. Look at the picture here. The 2 ampere of current is passing either in I1, I2 and I3. So in series connection the current will be the same. What happens to the voltage V now? So it is sum of the potential difference across each resistor V1 plus V2 plus V3. So now we have taken R1, R2, R3 as the resistors. So now we are going to see the application of Ohm's law here. So by Ohm's law, what did we know? What is the formula of the Ohm's law? We know that V is equal to I into R. So Now I have to find out the expression for V1, V2 and V3. So V1 is equal to IR1, V2 is equal to IR2 and V3 is equal to IR3. So now substituting these three values in the equation number 1. So what is equation number 1? V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So substituting these three in the place of that in equation 1, we have V. So what is V? V is nothing but V is equal to IR. So IR is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. So now I am taking the like terms outside. So IR is equal to I in common in the bracket R1 plus R2 plus R3. So now I am cancelling both the I, that is I1 and I2. So since R is in series, that is resistance we are connecting in series, the equivalent resistance or the effective resistance is named as RS. So RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So according to the law of combination of resistors in series, the combined resistance of any number of resistance connected in series is equal to the sum of individual resistance. Now on the other hand, in a parallel combination, when two or more resistances are connected between the same 2 points, they are said to be connected in the parallel. In series, what did we see? The resistances are connected end to end consecutively. That is, one end is connected to the other end. Whereas in the parallel circuit, see, all the ends of the resistors are connected, joined together at 2 points. That is, one at the right side and one at the left side. So when a number of resistors are connected in parallel, then their combined resistance will be very less than the individual resistance. Whereas in the series circuit, what happens? We have connected the resistors end to end so that the same current flows throughout the entire circuit. So what will happen there? The resistance there is very high. So in the parallel circuit, it is because that they are joined parallel to one another, the same current get additional paths to flow and the overall resistance decreases. So now when a number of resistors in the parallel combination, then the potential difference across each resistance is same, which is equal to the voltage of the battery applied. Whereas there, what did we see? We saw that the voltage applied is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. And what happens to the current now? So the amount of current flow in the parallel circuit is different to that of the series. The current actually getting splitted here. So see the picture given here. The current is different for R1 and R2 and R3. So see here, the current 2 ampere is splitting up as 1 ampere, 0.5 and 0.5 ampere. So we write I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 and I am naming it as one equation. Now what we have to do? We are applying Ohm's law as we did in the series combination. So now I want the value of I. So I will be equal to V by R. So now substituting this in the first equation, what did we get now? So V by R. So here the resistors in parallel. So the effective resistor is taken as Rp. So that is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. So now the same way I am taking the like terms outside. So I am taking V as common. So V by Rp is equal to V common I have taken. So 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. And both the V on either side I am getting cancelled. So the final expression for the parallel combination is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So the reciprocal of the combined resistance of a number of resistance connected in parallel will be equal to the sum of the reciprocals of all the individual resistances. Next, moving on to the topic domestic electric circuits, series and parallel. So before designing an electric circuit, we should consider whether a series circuit or a parallel circuit. So for example, if you want to connect a large number of electric bulbs, see for Diwalis we decorate the buildings, we decorate trees, etc. No? So at that time the series circuit is better because all the bulbs are connected in series and can be controlled with just one switch. So once we put the switch, then all the bulbs get on. So a series circuit is also safer because it is taking only less amount of current. Since the resistance is high, it uses only very little amount of current. But there is a problem in this series lightning circuit. So what happens is, if one bulb gets fused off, then the circuit breaks and the bulbs are turned off. So an electrician have to spend a lot of time in locating the fused bulb from among hundreds of bulbs so as to replace it and restore the lightning. Now let us see what is the disadvantages of the series circuit. So in a series circuit, if one appliance is stopped, then the whole circuits get broken. So it is very hard to find out which bulb has got fused since it is thousands in number. So the next is, in the series circuit, the appliances do not get the same voltage as that of the power supply line because the voltage is shared by the appliances. So the appliances get less voltage and hence do not work properly. So for example, if all the bulbs are connected in the series, all the bulb will not get 220 volt. They get less voltage, so that only they do not glow very bright. The next is, in series connection, the overall resistance of the circuit increases too much, due to which the current from the power supply is very low. For the purpose of domestic wiring, parallel circuits are always preferred because it has its own advantages. So in parallel circuit, if one appliances does not work due to some defect, then all other appliances will not stop, but it works normally. So each electrical appliances has its own switch, due to which it can turned on or turned off independently without affecting other appliances. And also each electrical appliances get the same voltage, that is 220 volt, as that of the power supply line. And also the overall resistance of the household circuit is reduced, due to which the current from the power supply is very high. So that's all for today's session. Meet you all in yet another session. Bye bye.